People of the internet, it's that Efkin guy back again, talking cake, coffee, and watching a movie with a friend. This week on Total Cult Zone presents Your Host is Nona. Host Nona is your. Nona host your is. Nona is your host.
Hello?
You said that everyone's got gut in them. Let's give our contestants a big round of applause.
Why is he calling us contestants?
Because I know how to play the game.
Good afternoon, how are you? Let's ignore the Ever episode if it happened.
Let's just
There might have been an
pretend.
update in the meantime.
Yeah, there might have been.
It's been a month.
I'm surprised. I was completely banned for a whole month. Who knew?
Time served.
Still regret nothing.
If you wonder what we're talking about, go back the episodes and find The Reckoning Takes Flight. That was wonderful.
Nona's revenge.
Yeah, this is one of those awkward films where the embargo date is very far away at the time of reviewing it. It's one of the FrightFest films, and apparently you can't release the review until after its premiere, which is in a month's time, which is today.
Yay.
I'm glad I didn't do a cake or coffee check on the last one.
Yeah, I'm not. It's been too hot either for both of them, if I'm being completely honest. Like, my appetite's been in the floor. Just because from the sheer, heat. It's been warm in this country.
I mean, a little. It's quite hot today.
Yeah.
Yeah, sun's not out, but it's still hot.
Humid.
Mm.
I'm just not a fan. I'm having to walk around with a fan on everywhere. I got one of those neck fans. I had to go to Brighton a few months back, and I knew I was going to have to go on the train, but it was like during the heat wave heat, so it was like proper warm, and I didn't want to risk getting on a train and just feeling unwell from overheating, especially since a lot of trains in the UK don't have aircon. You can tell that I'm getting older because it was genuinely the single best thing I've ever bought. But my eldest son said I sounded like a PS5 overheating. So I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. But genuinely, absolute lifesaver. Just walking around the house with my neck fan on, just like, this is bliss.
It's around your neck with your phone.
To be fair, I do wear my phone on a lanyard. I don't generally have pockets on everything that I wear. And I am the type of person to drop it.
Yeah, I don't think I can do a neck fan. Not with this beard.
I mean, it'd keep it nice and cool underneath.
Just it's the chance to get caught in it somehow.
No, I thought that with my hair, but it didn't get caught in my hair. And I put my hair over it, over the top of it. But no, it was people on the train were jealous. Just there,
Are you
cool
sure
as
that was
fuck.
jealousy in their eyes? Pity?
No, I think just some of them were maybe
Embarrassment.
confused how I still existed. I'm 40 next year, and even I have those moments.
Not saying how old I am.
I'm fine with it. I'm old.
Coffee-wise, though. Coffee-wise, I'm on Finca La Bastilla. Finca La Bastilla. Bastilla. From the
Fancy.
company Wogan. Yes, they are called Wogan. Wow, okay. And it's got notes of green apple, orange, and custard creams.
Does it have notes of those when you're drinking it?
Let's find out.
The pinky finger.
It's a bit malty. Kind of a
Okay.
custard cream. Yeah. Not really sure about the green apple and orange, though.
You need to put orange juice in it and apple juice.
Or iron brew.
Please don't do that again.
Oh, and cake-wise, I actually got some treat chocolate cupcakes from Co-op.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice and vegan. Stored in a cool, dry place. Been out for about 2 hours.
Co-op's donuts, the custard ones are accidentally vegan, you know.
Their jam ones are as well.
Mm.
Mm.
So, you know, if you ever fancy a donut and you can't have any sort of animal products or dairy, yeah. Their custard donuts are my favorite, I won't lie. Co-op, if you do fancy sending us donuts, though, we wouldn't say no.
This week we are doing a FrightFest film. As with all festivals, the choices of what films get shown vary wildly. Sometimes their choices are great. They are supposed to be great. They are the best of the best being sent in. But sometimes they are chosen family.
Sometimes.
I was going to say a review of that one actually may have been the reason why I get sent very limited stuff these days. But you know, maybe stop making terrible films. Heather, stop it.
I don't know, we'd have nothing to talk about.
It's true. Sometimes bad films are good. So today, did we pick a winner? Or will we have to find out what we could have won with your host? I knew it was going somewhere.
It's a speedboat.
September's world premiere this year's FrightFest on the 22nd of August. 4 23-year-old friends go on a birthday retreat to a luxury cabin. While partying, they find a VHS camera filming them from the woods. During the night, they are drugged in their sleep by a man in all black who stays hidden in the shadows. But when they wake up, they find themselves in an abandoned factory transformed into a game show-like torture room. They capture the deranged host in an orange velvet suit with a terrifying mask who forces them friends to play games and hurts them if they lose. In a twist of fate, it seems that this is not a random abuse. I'm going to stop there because it's going to get into spoilers. I don't want to spoil the film. But yeah, it's Saw, the game show. Directed by D.W. Medoff, your host stars Academy Award nominee Jackie Earle Haley from Watchmen, Nightmare on Elm Street, the bad one. Ella-Rae Smith from The Stranger, David Angland, Joelle, and Jamie Flatters, who is the star and writer of Black Dog, which is a previous episode I did last year with John Atkins, which I enjoyed. He was a bit middle on the road about, but it's a good film. Quite liked it. And there you go. That's it. It is Saw the game show. Bare bones. Cabin in the Woods film.
It is, but it isn't. I think that's like I didn't hate it.
Yeah, I would say I quite enjoyed it after the initial 15 minutes, I think it was. I was kind of like, oh, I hate these people. I hate these people. I hate these people.
Yeah.
But then there's a reason why you hate those people.
Yeah, there's a massive reason why you hate these people.
Mm.
It didn't stick to the classic script of these kind of films either, I don't feel. But I will talk about that in the spoilers, I think, because I think it's more of a spoiler.
Mm.
I actually liked the premise of what it kind of like. It is Saw, but it's not. It had a very different purpose. In terms of the situation, that was the same. But in terms of the motivation, that was what was different.
Mm.
And I think that's why I didn't hate it. This, like, the gore elements were actually quite good. There were characters I did hate. The guy that just kept going on about how he had money. Like, all right, guys, shut the fuck up. No need to brag.
Yeah, there's the whole thing at the start as well where there's, say, 4 people, cabin in the woods. They all hate the rich guy.
Yeah.
At no point do they look like they like the guy. You got a simpy guy. That's the only way I can describe him because he doesn't really have much personality apart from wanting to be with one of the girls.
Yeah, I struggle to remember the others.
You've got Anita and Melissa. Melissa's the one who works with animals, short blonde hair. Anita's the
Yeah,
one who worked in TV. They met in college, so it's kind of their relationship.
yeah.
The Matthew's the other guy, like the male best friend who's been hanging around for years. I'm guessing that's another college friend, but he didn't really have much going for him. And then the rich kid, Jamie, who's a massive bellend. And you're like, I don't know why you're all friends. And then they come out and say, we're only with you or hanging around with you for the money, which makes them worse than him in my book because I don't know. But that's why I hate everybody. That's why I
I mean,
was
it
hating the
makes
film.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
They
hating
were
the film up to
all
that
bad
point.
people.
Mm. But it does kind of turn out that that's for a reason. That's why I kind of enjoyed it at the end.
Yeah, but I think that's a really good thing. You don't want to really like people in a film like this. You need it to have some
Yeah.
bad stuff.
There is the thing where you have people idolizing and liking the bad guy in these films, like because he's got a gimmick. Art the Clown in the Terrifier films. People like really like him, and he's just torturing and killing people. I think there's a whole
I mean, it's the
Nightmare on Elm
same with
Street.
Chucky, right? Because like,
Mm,
he's a bad guy,
yeah.
but
There's the Nightmare on Elm Street thing as well, where it's Jackie Earle Haley. Essentially, they did the new one, and people were like, I didn't like the new one because they made him a nonce, and you couldn't cheer him on if he was a nonce. You're like,
yeah,
he's a nonce in the original, mate.
yeah, he's always been that.
Yeah, except the second one, where he's manifestation of something else. That's a different story. But yeah, as soon as Jackie Earle Haley comes into it as the game show host, picks up, he is being Jim Carrey at the start of it.
Yeah, but I liked it. Like, I didn't
Yeah.
think it was bad. I liked the voice and stuff that he gave. Um, there was a lot of stuff I enjoyed about it
Mm.
and about his character.
He's kind of disorganized. Like, all the time he hasn't got his shit together. He's running around the place saying, "Oh, I messed up there. He hasn't done this right. He hasn't done this right." The games in it are really convoluted and unplanned, almost. Like he's not sure what they're supposed to be winning or who loses. But that also
Yeah.
doesn't really matter in the end. And as I've made up games in the past, I quite enjoy the fact that I've made up games better than him. The fact he is so disorganized and chaotic, yeah, it adds to the enjoyment of it. I do like the bit where his drill gets broken.
Yeah.
So that's my only drill.
I think the chaotic nature of it added to because I felt like there was a desperation.
Mm.
He's not a killer, but he is all at the same time. Like I don't feel like it was technically in his nature, but he felt something had to be done. It was that kind of a feeling. It was like a desperate feeling.
Mm.
So I think it helped because, and to be honest, I think it was relatable. Not to say that we're all mass killers or anything, but I think all of us have had those moments where we've been so pissed. Don't pull that face. Where we've been so pissed and we've got so angry and frustrated. It's like catching your sleeve on the door frame, like, sorry, on the door handle when something has just gone wrong and you're like, fuck. It's kind of that, but like dialed to 1,000. In fact, not even to 1,000, to 1,000,000,000. So I think it kind of made him feel more human, which doesn't always happen in a lot of films, and particularly when you find out the motivations. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain without going into spoilers on it, really, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This was really hard to explain without spoiling it.
But there is, you say saw the game show because it is a case of answering questions and having forfeits at the end of them, which obviously you go into the trailer or get that basic description, you go, that's what it'll be. And they're not always really well thought out. Some of them are kind of obvious what's going to happen at the end of it, and I think that also helps with it. especially
Yeah.
the viewfinder one. You clock that instantly. It's like I knew what was going to happen, and yes, I did turn away from the screen at that point 'cause I hate that shit, that kind of stuff. It's like, no, that's it for me. You see it coming like on the first question.
Yeah. There was one that when you see the special effects for the death, it's very early. But when you see the special effects for the death, it was so well done that I was just there like, okay, they're not playing in this film with the gore. Like, they're really fucking going for it. And even the sound effects were just disgusting. It was really good.
Yeah, and I think the hatred of the characters, like I said, it's you're supposed to have it, and the fact that the rich guy is really annoying at the start, but then towards the middle you go, he's the only one who's got his shit together during this situation. He's actively doing what you should be doing.
Yeah.
And there's a whole confession scene with everybody that they confess the worst thing they've ever done, and his one is, I don't know if it was him to blame for it fully.
I don't remember what his was.
His dad took the blame for something and made it go away. And I think there was more his dad took the blame for it rather than him doing it because he might have copped to it and took the consequences, but someone took that option away from him. So towards the end, you're like, I'm actually cheering for the rich guy.
No, I still didn't like him at any point, to be honest.
And then when his ultimate demise, because, you know, not really a spoiler to say most of them die.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say how, but it was kind of, I thought, oh, that's not. That's definitely a spoiler. But yeah, it's hard to describe without going to massive spoilers on this. But yeah, overall, it was good fun. And I think I did say that to you. It could be either the worst film ever in terms of being cliched, or it could be good fun. And I think it excelled on the fun part and even was enjoyable.
Yeah.
Rather than just being a straight gore fest, there was actually a story to it. You went, oh, right, I see what they're doing now.
Yeah, yeah. And they got to that quite early on, I feel like, as well. They could have really just kept us guessing the whole way through, but they didn't. And even actually the ending, I thought I was gonna hate it. But then I saw how it ended and I was like, oh, okay. I actually liked that as well. Like, not sometimes these films can end and you just sit there going, okay, I've just sat there through 2 hours for what?
Yeah, the ending kind of shits the bed. You're like, I don't know why I just bothered watching that.
Yeah. Whereas this one, it didn't really do that. It concluded it quite nicely, I feel like. It's hard to talk about this film without spoiling everything. I'm not gonna lie. If you want a horror film that you know is going to be enjoyable to watch, that has really good effects in it, and you want to be able to sit down, eat a takeaway on a weekend, and just relax to a horror movie, this is probably going to be a good one for you to watch. That's the best way to kind of put it. It's enjoyable enough. Would it be the best movie of the year? I don't think so. But that doesn't mean it's a terrible, terrible movie. Ugly Stepsister, I think, is still always going to be my favorite horror movie of the year so far. But this one is still good. Like, you could still watch it.
It's a good party horror film, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
A group of friends around cheering stuff on and like daring each other to sort of look at the screen when they're doing something that you know is going to be bad.
Yeah.
I'm still not going to watch the viewfinder bit.
I'll just send it you in small clips. I'll put it under a real short and then just send it to you that way.
I bet. Okay, where can we find you online?
I'm on Blue Sky, Nona Goth. I do have TikTok, but like I barely use it.
Just to watch real shorts.
I tend to use it just to watch animal videos and find things to torment Dino with.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And as always, you can find me on totalcultzone.com. New website up. It's a zine, but it's also a website that's a zine, which you can read. By the time this episode comes out, it may be issue 2.
I did find some of your old comics actually that I bought from you years ago on my bookcase the other day.
Nice. I have to put them up on mine actually.
They're all bagged and boarded and safe.
Oh, they were stacked together in one bag.
No, they're all in separate bags.
Oh.
And they're all in separate bags. I'm
Separate
treating them
issues.
with the respect they deserve.
I've still got like an entire attic worth of them.
I mean, I can't say that I've found them because I was sorting through all of my comics.
Not that you've read them.
No, I have read them, but I've read them a long time ago. One of them's a colouring book, I think. Because you had a colouring book, I think you even made.
Yeah, I've got 2.
Yeah, one of them, I think. I've never coloured it because I daren't. I
We'll
coloured
learn
that
something
wrong.
one day.
I coloured that wrong. I'll never hear the last of it.
I've made more money making real shorts.
I'll just make one of me colouring it.
Spoilers up next. Probably a very long spoiler zone.
Just waiting for enough time to have passed for people to not want to have the film spoiled.
Cupcake is good.
That my favourite death was the axe to the head part. Well, it wasn't an axe as such, but
Or the press.
yeah, it was so good. I just split her head in half. It was great. I genuinely sat there like, okay, this film's getting serious. It means it, and it was just really well done. And when I talked about the whole usual premise, like a lot of horror movies, especially kind of slasher gore type films, have a final girl. It's like one of the kind of like prolific storylines of horror, right? Like Jamie Lee Curtis is the OG or one of the OG final girls, for instance. There's always one that has to get away. And they didn't do that. They made you believe that was what was going to happen. And then that didn't happen. And even then, like, the film wasn't over because then you saw the whole reason that he'd done it in the first place. Like it was a revenge film, I think. It was one of those revenge films that the guy was at his last nerve. He'd had enough of people taking the piss and accusing him of shit he hadn't done. And he got them back for it.
I think the mask wasn't needed, but I think that's just going into horror tropes these days. Everyone needs a gimmick and a mask. Because he has a distinctive face as it is.
Yeah, I think that may have been the point.
Need a gimmick to sell it.
Well, I think it was also to just differentiate between the fact that at one time he was this guy and now he was this guy.
Yeah, because I don't know how she couldn't have told that it was him with like half a mask on.
I think, yeah, that part was, yeah, I think
but then
it's
maybe
fairly
she
obvious,
knew from the get-go.
Yeah, and maybe it was one of those kind of disbelief moments. But I still think it kind of worked. It was very Joker-esque. You know, like sort of goes from mild-mannered TV host to I'm going to split your head in half. Fucking dialed up fast.
And she should have cut the Sims guy that stumps open rather than the rich guy. Because it's kind of obvious where he put the key.
Yeah. Yeah, the key bit I found a bit boring, but I don't know if that's just because I've seen those kinds of things done before.
And that was the more sore aspect of it. I think Even if you did him, it would have been the same thing anyway. Yeah, it's the wrong key.
Yeah.
Because you're all going to die anyway. Because the message.
Yeah, I
one is a nice
enjoyed
person.
I enjoyed the fact that there was a lot of that in the film. Sort of like oh, I'll let you free. But then it being like, actually, and the winning and losing, it was very like, you've won, but then you've won your death. You've won it either being very quick or very painful.
Yeah. You've won a cake.
Yeah.
Cake.
It's hard to podcast a film that isn't bad. It's not in my nature. I've gotten so used to being like, it was shit. I've been thrown off. I've spent so many weeks going, it was absolutely fucking awful. To suddenly be like, yeah, it was all right, actually.